What is up, YouTube? It's your host with the most, Retro Bro here, aka Big Brother, aka the Father Time of Gaming, and today we are having a Pokemon X and Y live mixed tier battle. So far you guys have given me pretty good feedback on battles being live and not edited, so I figured I'd give you guys another one, and if you like it, I will keep this format. So looking at my opponent's team here, he has a Diggersby, something you don't see quite often. He has a Breloom. Now the funny thing is for this mixed tier battle, it's supposed to be one OU and then the rest lower tier. And BL is technically OU because you can't use it in UU. So, I mean, is that kind of splitting hairs? Yeah, but I mean, it's cool. It's the Diggersby and ain't nobody scared of it. I'm about to give it that work anyway. He has a Chinchino, which is really nice. Goodra is a pain in the neck. Hydreigon could be if I didn't have Alakazam, and he has Ampharos. So it looks like he has a pretty powerful team. Now, judging from what his team looks like, the common weakness I see here is both Fairy and Ice for 5 out of 6 of his Pokemon. So Blastoise and Alakazam are key factors to winning this match here. So I'll just make sure that I keep that in mind. At the same time, I'm going to go ahead and start with Shuckle, even though that's obviously more likely a common move. Now, keep in mind, if his Breloom is Sash, which standard ones are, then I can go ahead and set up to try to Toxic him and all that good stuff. But if it isn't Sash, then I can't I'm probably not going to be able to Toxic because it may be the Poison Heal set, which I've seen a couple people run lately. Okay, so he decides to go with Hydreigon. Now, if I remember correctly, Hydreigon doesn't have anything that can OHKO me. So I'm just go ahead and put out the Sticky Web. I ain't scared of no Flamethrower. I ain't scared of no Fire Blast. It's nothing to me. It's nothing. So, anywho, I'm going to go ahead and set up the Sticky Web. We'll see what he does. And if I'm right and he doesn't hit me too hard, then we'll go ahead and put out the rocks too. But if he hits me harder than expected, then we'll make an appropriate switch. Providing that we can. All depending on the coverage. But I mean, we should be able to cover him pretty decently. I mean, I would say the appropriate switch that we could switch into if we had to was Blastoise, and Blastoise should be able to take anything he has. And yes, he's Fire Blast instead of Flamethrower, and he missed. One of the reasons why you should carry the actual Flamethrower over Fire Blast. I mean, Fire Blast obviously hits harder, but the accuracy is terrible. And considering I was going to eat up that Fire Blast anyway, you don't want to be missing and giving me those opportunities to flex with the Shuckle. Because when Shuckle flexes, it's GG for everybody. Oh, but I mixed the Toxic. The pain. Oh, the pain. Anywho, now that he sees the Toxic, he's probably going to want to switch into something that he doesn't want to get poisoned. So instead of running back with that Toxic, we're going to go ahead and throw out that Stealth Rock. Just predicting that he may possibly switch because he needs that Hydreigon. Not saying that he necessarily needs it, but I'm pretty sure looking from his team, that's one of his crucial members. Also, he's Choice Scarf, which means he's stuck in the Fire Blast. Nope, but he went ahead and went for it anyway. That's fine by me. So you missed 2 of them, you hit me with 1, you done used 3. So unless you used one of those like PP up things, then you're almost out of them. And it's all against Shuckle, who's going to eat it up anyway. I have no problem with that. So let's go ahead and Toxic the fool and make him pay for staying in. I hope he continues to stay in, because this could be a real nice break for me. Shuckle done set up everything. He gets Toxic on someone. It's a real good way to start off the match for me. At the same time, switching into a Fire Blast with Blastoise, I can eat it up, turn it into my Mega, and then anything he appropriately decides to switch into, I should handle pretty decently. So let's keep that in mind as well. Okay, so the count so far is what? 4 Fire Blast shot off, so he got 1 more shot. Works perfectly fine for me. So So what we're gonna do now is, instead of doing protect stalling, because that's really boring, and I'm not trying to have y'all dying and sleeping like, ooh, Retro, you're boring us with all this stalling and walling. Let's go ahead and go into the Blastoise. But he makes the appropriate switch. Okay, so he switched, but I am wrong. It's definitely not appropriate because he went into Diggersby. I mean, in all honesty, Diggersby couldn't really do too much to Shuckle anyhow because I am a physical wall, and though I'm rock bug, so a fighting move should have hit me like for neutral damage. But we're gonna go ahead, Mega Evolve, and we're gonna go for Water Pulse. He can easily switch into Breloom to eat this up. That's perfectly fine. I really don't care. Because if he switches into Breloom to try to eat it up, I'm just going to predict that he's going to want the Spore and switch into Mandibuzz for the Overcoat. Which is really lucky on my part because I honestly just picked Mandibuzz because I haven't used one in forever. So I was like, you know what? Let me showcase Mandibuzz. It's a good Pokemon. It's not something I commonly use. So let me go ahead and run one. And sure enough, he brought something that can use a Spore or Sleep Powder type move, and it's really good at it. I got that Overcoat on standby because ain't nothing Breloom gonna be able to do to me as Mandibuzz is flying up in the air. So let's go ahead and capture. Oh my lord, he stayed in on Blastoise. Mercy, he about to catch this work. That was a terrible play. Like, you definitely should have switched there, bro. I'm not sure why you decided to stay in, considering Breloom could have definitely ate that, but definitely you should have switched into him. Like, that wasn't a good move at all. Okay, so he goes into the Goodra. Goodra takes special attacks really well, and he's probably assault vested because that's apparently what Goodras do these days. So this makes things a bit trickier. Reason things are a bit trickier is because I know he got the Flamethrower, I know he got the T-Bolt, so switching to Alakazam wouldn't be a smart thing right now. I don't want Mandibuzz to take big hits. Weezing is assault vested, so you can take it somewhat. I should probably just go into Shuckle for the moment, so let's go ahead and do that. We can get the Toxic off, we can sacrifice it, and then we get a free switch into anything that can wreck it. So I like that idea right there. I mean, Shuckle's already done his job, and he doesn't have a Rapid Spinner, so there's really no reason to keep Shuckle alive at this point. So let's go ahead and Toxic him. At the same time, unless Breloom has Poison Heal, anything that he switches into on his team will take the Toxic and will be poisoned. So it doesn't matter who he switches into, unless Breloom again is a Poison Heal type. So anything on his team can be toxic at this point in time. So let's see what he wants to do. Does he want to let the Goodra get poisoned, or is he trying to catch this poison with someone else? In my opinion, Goodra's not too good of a matchup here, so I would have switched. But he has the Focus Blast, so clearly I'm wrong. But at the same time, I still ate it up, so it's not that big of a deal. And that's because, little secret, ladies and gents, my Shuckle is especially defensive. But don't tell nobody that. That's the secret between me and you guys. Okay, so he went ahead and Focus Blast. I'm gonna be a pest for one single turn and go ahead and protect. That will give us a little bit of life, and the poison will hurt. I won't constantly do it because, again, I said I ain't trying to bore you guys, but I will do it one turn just because sometimes it's kind of fun just to be a little bit of a douche. Not all the time, but just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. So he's taking a while to decide on his moves. He's probably worried about how the Focus Blast really didn't do anything. And yeah, it looks like he was. So he made the smart move in switching. I completely agree with that. Now that actually puts me in a tough position. Reason being is because if he runs Substitute, which some Brelooms do, then I'm pretty wrecked here because I really don't have a choice but to switch. At the same time, if he decides to Spore, I can take it with Mandibuzz. So no matter what, I have to switch into Mandibuzz here. But the question is, what type of set if he's running? If he's running the Substitute set, then that's going to be a problem. If he's running Spore, then I made a really good move and got a really decent counter. Well, you know, actually, now that I think about it, it's not going to matter either way, even if he substitutes, because my Mandibuzz carries Whirlwind, though not too many of them do. So, even if he does substitute, I'm just going to Whirlwind him out. It's been so long since I used my Mandibuzz, I forgot that I could even Whirlwind with my Mandibuzz. I'm like, oh crap, but if he substitute, he has me. But no, he doesn't. He doesn't. Oh, and he did the Spore. Nice and predictable, that's what I'm talking about. So, even though he's really good at physical moves and we could easily foul play him, let's go ahead and go for Brave Bird because it's 4 times effective. At the same time, nobody runs Brave Bird on Mandibuzz, so I know he didn't see this coming. Like, in his mind right now, he's probably like, what? An offensive Mandibuzz? No way! I mean, honestly, it's not an offensive Mandibuzz. It's actually the whole physical wall one, but I just run moves like that sometimes to confuse the enemy. And there's no way he saw that coming, because no one in the history of anybody does that with Mandibuzz. That's a RonnRetrobro exclusive, ladies and gents. RonnRetrobro exclusive. Now, we're going against Hydreigon. Let's go ahead and go into Blastoise, because he shouldn't have anything he can really do that's too big of a deal. Not saying that we won't take decent damage, because we probably will, but he won't have anything that's that big of a deal. Okay, he depulsed. Now, being that I am a highly intelligent person, I know that the fact that he constantly did Fire Blast before means that he's obviously the Choice Scarf set. So since he's stuck into a Dragon Pulse, we're going to be intelligent and we're going to switch into Metagross. Because if we stay in now, he'll go first and he'll kill our Mega Blastoise. So let's eat up this Dragon Pulse we know he's going to do because he's Scarf, because we are a Metal type. And though Hydreigons do carry fire moves, he can't use it on us. So we gon' flex in his face. We know you got the flames, Hydreigon, but you can't spit them. So ain't nobody scared of you. So let's go ahead and give him this nice and powerful Meteor Mash. Ooh, that hit pretty hard. And it wasn't even a crit. Ah, we missed. We missed. We missed. That is not cool, and that actually bothers me a lot. So out of anger, since he's hitting a lot harder than we're expecting here, we're going to go ahead and Bullet Punch just to get that priority. Get a little bit of damage off because Meteor Mash missed, and I'm not sure how much this Dragon Pulse is going to take out, so we're making a little safety move here. And we survived it just a little bit, but I feel like we made the smarter move because we went ahead and went just in case he killed us. He almost did. He might have possibly got a crit, which he didn't, and the poison took him. So even if he did get a crit and get us, we made the right play because in the event that he killed us, the poison still would have killed him. Okay, and at this point in time, he's stuck in the sticky web. He does have Flamethrower, and we could switch, but I mean, I'm not a completely mean person, and we're kind of destroying him here. So I'm just going to go ahead and Meteor Mash. Hopefully we hit, but if we don't, he'll get the kill here, because we shouldn't, well, we could kill him with this. Possibly. Well, no, we didn't, but the poison might, and he still gets a kill, so that's cool. I'm not going to be a complete prick and just go for the 6-0. That was highly possible here. Alright, so what do we want to go into now? Considering the situation here, I feel like we could kind of just go into Alakazam and sweep the rest of the way. But just to be safe, let's go ahead and go into Blastoise. Now, I know he has the electric move, but again, he's under Sticky Web, so there's no big deal. We should be going first. I highly doubt he's faster than us being under a Sticky Web. Like, he shouldn't be. I mean, I'm not speed invested, but still, he's under a Sticky Web. So let's see who he wants to go into next. Ah, that's right. He does have an Ampharos. Funny thing is here that I don't have anything that I really want to switch into for Ampharos, so Blastoise is just gonna have to catch this L. But we are about to get an Ice Beam off before that happens, providing we go first, because Ampharoses are pretty fast, I believe. Under Sticky Web or not, he still may be quicker than us because Blastoises are slow. So there's a possibility he still may go first, even though he's under the Sticky Web. Nope, and he does not, so that works fine for me because this Ice Beam is gonna hurt, though it won't kill. Ah, that's right, Mega Ampharos' Dragon, he didn't transform, so I wasn't going to get, well, what I was trying to get. Well, if that's the case, and he's not thinking about transforming, then let's go ahead and go into Weezing. There's no reason to wish Alakazam just yet, so we're going to go ahead and Sludge Bomb here. And at this point now, he's probably going to transform. Yep, sure enough. Well, it's still a poison move, so it's not like he's going to resist it or anything, so that's pretty cool. Oh, he ate that up pretty good. Alright, either way we're Assault Vested, so we can take it a little bit. I mean, we didn't take it as well as I would like to, but considering he's a Mega and UU, and Weezing is an NU Pokemon, I would say we did pretty decent. And now we get popped. I'm perfectly fine with that, there's no big deal. I mean, he's still under the Sticky Web, and Alakazam can clean up from here. We got that nice powerful Dazzling Gleam. His last Pokemon goes into the Sticky Web too, and keep in mind that we have options, because I am sashed. So let's see what his last Pokemon is, because I don't quite remember, and I forgot to take a picture of his team, which is something I should have did, even though it didn't matter much. Oh, and his Cinccino is Sophie, which I'm assuming is Sophie Girl X. Well, it's unfortunate, but I'm going to have to kill her. Nice and powerful Psyshock. Hit that physical defense. Ooh, you lived through it. Not bad. I did not expect that. Good lord. That was a lot of damage. Sophie is power. She just flexed like, I don't care if you a Focus Sash Alakazam, cause you ain't trying to catch this work. That was pretty painful. Oh lord. Okay, well we still have Mandibuzz, and nothing he have should OHKO a Mandibuzz. So we're just gonna go ahead and go for that nice smooth foul play, cause you obviously hit hard enough to just wreck everything. See? Now this is where I should have been a standard set and ran Rocky Helmet, but I forgot to run Rocky Helmet. So now I'm just eating up attacks. But I still lived it. Foul play is still gonna kill him, and that will be game. Great game, bro. You made quite a nice come around, and that Cinccino was raw power. Like, I did not think it was going to hit as hard as it did. A game that looked like it could have potentially been extremely huge and have been like a bigger sweep, came all the way down to the wire of a 2-0. So that was definitely a great match indeed, and hopefully we'll battle again sometime, and I'll be a little bit more prepped than I was this time. Anyhow, if you guys like this battle, like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. And as usual, I have been RetroBro, and I am signing out. Night, everybody. The Empoleon is not that raw, like, let's be serious. This is kind of, well, it's not even kind of, just straight out angry at me, because this is ridiculous. Like,